It is actually the beginning of every activity that we should be embarking on before we get any program off board. I think that has not been happening in any situation.
Today we are here to talk about our recent project supported by Sites of Conscience, courtesy of the Unite Academy. At the Unite Academy, we had a training on climate for Indigenous communities, and we were looking at how Indigenous communities are advancing matters climate justice, and also looking at how traditional ecological knowledge has been promoted and how free prior informed consent is practiced among indigenous communities. And this was an empowering moment of learning.
We carried out this project in 3 counties, Kisumu, Kajiado, and Machakos. Our main aim was simple: to find out how well free, prior, and informed consent, also known as FPIC, is understood and put into practice with Indigenous communities.
What I understand about that is the information you get before something has been implemented.
Prior informed consent, as the name described, is just that. I've come to learn that it is an understanding whereby as an individual you have a knowledge that is prior, and it is also free, and it is informed, the details are well informed, and then you can give your own consent. It is actually after you give your consent that actually something can be able to work. Thank you.
Yeah, I understand FPIC as a way of consulting to the people before any project commences, so that people have awareness of it, and it has always been happening most of the times, because when it's not done, people complain. So it's something so good to the people, because it reduces conflict in the community.
We didn't do this from afar. Instead, we went straight to the villages. We sat down with people in their communities, held open dialogues, and listened to their stories. We wanted to see how FPIC works day to day, what real obstacles people face, and how everyone from community members to government officials uses FPIC tools and guidelines. By getting to the heart of these conversations, we learned where power imbalances exist and how they can block true climate justice.
Looking at my area, there's a very critical issue of power imbalance, especially when it comes to leadership. Because as residents, we don't actually even know who the current MCA is. The county government of Machakos, we don't know the Minister for Environment. These are people who are supposed to be coming to the ground, so that at least they familiarize themselves with us, so that matters the environment can actually be well informed. They are just information that we can be able to get anytime we need. But since the leadership are not concerned, or they don't even do the civic education to come to the ground, it's very difficult to know who to face when you're faced with any issue of environment.
This approach helped Manene Cultural Trust shine a light on the impact of poor FPIC implementation, especially on traditional ecological knowledge and land rights.
The best way of engaging our communities, one thing is that by informing us prior of their intention, coming on the ground and asking us what we would like to be done, the way we want it done, and how it's supposed to be done. I think that can form the best part when it comes to the project management in our community, other than using us to rubber stamp their decisions. It should be our decisions on what we want done in our community.
The findings are not just for the record. They are meant to guide local policymakers and shape future projects for real change.
we have several challenges of conserving our environment. One, like Maasai people, graze livestock, and when the area is not fenced, cattle are grazed inside the plantations, and therefore it's a challenge for seedlings to grow. And that's one of the challenges. Another challenge number two, is that if people are not taught the importance of conserving the area, people might also destroy the plantations by cutting, by others can encroach into the forest and have some destructions.
What did we discover? In all the 3 counties, people often misunderstand FPIC or mix it up with regular public participation. While most communities strongly believe in the importance of being consulted and giving their consent, the current processes rarely meet the true standards of being free, prior, informed, and inclusive. Even though each county has its own unique environment and culture, they all face similar challenges in leadership and governance, as well as local issues that affect how FPIC is carried out.
Challenges that women face in airing their views within the communities, that people feel that women, most people think that women are not supposed to be given that chance to lead. So that is why by the time they air their views, some of their views may be, the views might be right, the views might be of good, they might be having good opinion, but they are normally pressed, or they are normally not given that first chance.
Our hope is that these insights can be a turning point, encouraging everyone, communities, leaders, and policymakers to work together for a fairer and more just future. The path to strong, meaningful consent starts with listening, learning, and acting together.
This project has enabled us to see where there are existing gaps as Manene Cultural Trust, and we see opportunities for capacity building for communities on free, prior, informed consent, but also capacity building on matters advocacy and on matters movement building, so that they can use these platforms to be able to exchange knowledge, learn from one another, but also to be able to advance, particularly those issues on matters conservation and traditional practices that preserve the environment that are currently being eroded because they lack a platform to express these traditional wisdoms on matters conservation. They also lack structures to engage, but also the knowledge and capacity of who to engage, how to engage them, and when to engage them on matters that pertain to conservation.
We are grateful to communities of participants in the 3 counties, local government, and Manene staff.
We are very grateful to Sites of Conscience through the Unite Academy for building our capacity, and we are looking forward to exchange experiences and knowledge that we have gained in the process, and look at how we can curate programs that can address the gaps that have been identified. We're also very grateful to the communities that have been part and parcel of this process, of this engagement, and we are looking forward to digging more into the research and trying to find out more details and make it a robust program under Manene Cultural Trust, where research meets cultural values and informs modern practices.